Holy shit!
I was gonna say,
Hold on,
we're
we're on number 16.
Yeah.
If this was DC, we'd be doing a reboot by now.
Those are jokes you say for when we're going.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the podcast. I'm Nick.
Corey.
Drake.
The other one.
He's not Neo.
Yeah, basically. So,
That derailed everyone.
I completely. My train of thought just went, there
What's
went
so
the
funny
tracks.
is you all thought I was sleeping when I was in here laying on the floor, and I literally spent like 30 minutes coming up with that. So it sounds creative and like spontaneous, and it was not.
That's fine.
No, see, you don't say that afterwards.
I'm okay.
You're like the rapper that rap
I need to
battles.
stop playing with shit.
Yeah, especially, like these mics are better, but not that much better.
I need some ice.
What's everyone been playing?
Well, I know what we've been
Myself.
playing.
Well, all right.
I beat Pokemon X, and then I was finishing Pokemon Black, and I am about to do the champion battle. I just got my legendary, and
then I
game is
traded
sitting
all his
right
Pokemon.
here
Why is it
on pause.
Why is it it's made of stone? Real quick. You
No.
said it turned from stone to
Well,
legendary.
no, it's so in this one there's two legendaries. There's there's the legendary for white and the legendary for black, but ironically enough they're opposites. So like the legendary is white. If you play white, the legendary is black. But
vice versa.
Right. Same with two. So like in black it's black, and or black 2 it's black,
Right.
white 2 white. So that way if you keep the same color scheme, you can get the correct stuff.
Right.
So the stuff you're missing in black, they put in black 2 and vice versa. Anyway, no. So basically, the way it works is the Unova region was created when this one Pokemon split into two separate Pokemon. It was kind of like a yin yang, and then splitting into a white and black. And when they did that, they went into basically this weird form of hibernation where they went and became stones. So there's a white, there was a sunstone, or light stone and dark stone.
Stone.
It's a-
hint.
It's a light stone and dark stone. And when you get partway through the game, the main villain, who also happens to be the champion of the Elite Four, basically resurrects the opposite one of whichever game you're playing, or the same one of whatever game you're playing. Resurrects it as a legendary, and then wants to basically take over the world and make it to where.
So it's not about beating the Elite Four. It's more about saving the world.
Right, because the way they're trying to change it to where basically like Pokemon and human don't coexist anymore. Like Pokemon are over here, humans are over here, and then because they feel that we're horrible people and that we've enslaved all the Pokemon and we're forcing them to fight
PETA,
our own
essentially.
fights. Yeah, basically. I mean, yeah, that's Team Plasma is basically PETA. But basically,
I mean, to be fair,
I mean,
I don't think they're that far off.
I mean,
We're causing these animals that have superpowers to beat the shit out of each
I
other.
mean, yeah, it is literally legal 10-year-old cockfighting. But I mean, YOLO, right? But basically,
So long as you take them to Poke Centers.
Yeah.
right.
We love our Pokemon. Fucking stab them.
Basically, you got to put Band-Aids on it so it feels better, so that way you can get it to go back out there later when you want it to.
Yep.
But
It's Michael Vick's theory, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's why all the dogs
Basically.
still love him.
but yeah, I'm literally like at the final boss fight in Pokemon Black, and it's paused and sitting there in sleep mode right now, waiting on me to finish this podcast so I can.
And it just died.
Da, da, da,
No, it didn't.
down.
I really want to just transfer all of like his Pokemon to whoever Bill is in that game, Bill's PC, and just like release all of his major Pokemon.
That's another thing.
And leave him with like 6 level 5.
Isn't
like,
it funny
pitties.
how Bill is memorable, but none of the others are?
Well, Bill's also really memorable because A, it's such an easy name, and then B, I'm playing yellow right now. So
That makes sense.
Well,
I just met Bill.
here's another
Which
thing.
tells you I've not played this game very much.
That's my point. So in
Not far.
every other game, really early on, you figure out whose PC it is because it's what
Someone's PC.
Cassius in X and Y, I think.
I think that's right.
But anyway, so like you learn whose PC it is really early on. My copy of Black that I'm playing right there, it still says someone's PC because I have yet to meet him. Adrian met him. I'm about to be the Elite Four champion. because there's no way
You
this guy can
clearly
beat
skipped
me.
a quest.
But yeah, I clearly missed something.
There's a guy in the background going,
Come talk to me.
I'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later. Gotta save the
Bitch, I don't
world.
have time for you.
Gotta catch you all. But yeah, literally on Adrian's, she knows whose PC it is. I have no fucking clue. Still someone's PC. So
Nice.
yeah.
What have you been
Perfect.
playing?
So I did start Neverwinter.
Nice.
It is actually a lot of fun. I'm only about maybe an hour and a half in or so. So like I'd hit the main city and then did the quest right after that, but I haven't done anything else. I'm tanking right now.
Tank
because-
is always so much fun to play in
Yeah,
MMOs.
yeah, I really like tanking.
Is this an old Neverwinter or a new Neverwinter? I'm
Okay, so
confused.
you remember Neverwinter on the PC? Just came to PS4.
Yep. So I'm playing it on
My
the
goodness.
PS4.
Yeah, that's exactly what we
Yeah.
said.
All right.
Yeah,
They
so
were like, man, no one ever got to play Pong, so let's bring that shit back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? We don't have
Um,
Pong on PS4 yet, do we?
it is actually pretty fun though, despite the fact that it's an old game that came from PC over
Releasing next
to
month.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I still actually really enjoy it so far. Trying to make good decisions in building my tank class.
Right.
Feels very much like Ion, I guess, in the sense that, the movement, being able to look around. I love the fact that they just give you a mount.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, like in
Oh,
the
yeah,
PS4,
yeah,
they
yep.
literally just, hey,
Yep.
here's a blue tiger, go.
Kind of surprised more MMOs don't actually do that nowadays.
Right,
Yeah.
because it makes traveling from point A to point B so much
yeah,
at the
yeah.
same time,
faster.
I mean, WoW did.
Huh?
WoW
No,
did.
When you hit level
No.
20.
Yeah, well, you only hit level 20, you get
here's
them
the
out.
ironic part. Level frickin' 20. All right? I originally, when I played the first time, wanted to get him out, you had to be level...
It was 4?
Yeah, I was going to say 40, and I
sounds
hit
about
level
right, yeah.
39.
And then they
And
changed it to 20.
and like in 2
Huh.
weeks they changed it to 20, and I was just like, I'm done. But at the same time, I guess for those areas, if you do have a mount, you don't really explore as much.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I would. I would just quick travel.
And I will say,
Yeah.
in World of Warcraft, they also way lowered the cost for mounts because it was originally like 2,000 gold to buy your first mount, and now it's like a gold when you
Yeah,
get your
yeah.
first mount at
It's
level 20.
not very
It's
expensive.
ridiculous.
Well, I was going to say I got one because I was a paladin.
Yeah, that's one of
So
the
I
cool
mean,
things. Yeah,
I did like that I was like, oh, you need to go buy your mount?
Yeah,
Bitch, please.
yeah.
I've already got one. But
and
yeah,
it shines.
I will say one, not to get off topic with WoW, but one of the things I did really like about when they changed that kind of stuff is at one point in time, it's now, they set it to where all mounts that you have on everything, like, if I've got an Alliance character that has an Alliance-only mount, and then I log into this Horde character, it's tagged to my account, so boom, now I have this Alliance-only mount that I can use.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all account-bound now instead of character-bound.
Which is what
That
they're
used
doing
to
with Legion
piss me
too,
off
right?
with WildStar too.
I actually didn't
I
realize
know.
that.
Do WildStar? I've never even seen a mountain WildStar.
There are mounts, but the problem is, so it goes through and tells you like, oh, you can spec because it's a free to play, so every mount costs money.
Like
So,
real money or like
yeah,
in-game
like
money?
you get like here is like one mount that you can get in. No, I only got that because I bought the game. I had a physical copy of the game because I paid for it before it went free to play. But it goes through and tells you like, oh, you want to play like real like world money to get a mount. So if you pay like $20, here's a mount, but you can only use it on your actual character. If you want an account bound, it's actually $40.
Ooh.
I actually have something
That's
to talk about
ridiculous.
now that you just reminded me about, but I'll talk about it after we talk about what we've played.
Yeah, what I was going to say, the nice thing is, yeah, they do just give you a mount. They literally just, hey, go talk to this person. Well, actually, they didn't even tell me to talk to this person.
They're just
when-
kind of like,
Yeah, when Shannon was playing through earlier, he was running everywhere. And I was like, hey, Shannon, do you have this mount? And he's like, what? Where are you? Where are you right now? I'm going to go get it. And I'm like, I'm standing right, like, we could see each other on the map. And I'm like, just come to me. They're right there. And so I got my first mount and, like, my companion from some sort of rewards vendor. And they're just like, here's stuff. And I'm like, yay.
yay stuff.
They did that in Division too. If you did so much, you just walk up and the guy's like, "Oh, you're that dude. Here's everything.
Yep.
Here's
Yep.
a backpack you're not gonna stop using until level 12."
Oh my god.
Yep. Yeah, that was great. Well, and I was super happy because I also I miss the whole like firefighter gear and the
So
police
did I.
gear.
But then
everything.
it's in now though.
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you get back on and you had the season pass, you get all of them.
Nice.
So I mean,
It's kind of a good thing.
yeah.
Because
Well,
they did it for free originally. You just had to go get a code.
yeah.
Mhm.
Which
Okay.
I thought you couldn't use the code until after the game came
Yeah,
out.
same.
But that's when it ended, and I was like, that was. Yeah, I was like, that was stupid. I was waiting to use this code because I didn't realize I had to use it beforehand
For what?
for the division.
You have nothing but problems with Ubisoft games.
He's not wrong.
So
Kind of has a little bit of a point.
yeah, I'm actually considering tweeting them at some point, being like, so
Because
Ubisoft.
they totally responded to your emails.
Well, yeah, I've sent
Well,
them.
that's the ironic
I've
part.
sent
Some
them emails
people
and everything.
email them, and like email is like nobody sees an email except for the person you're sending it to. So Twitter,
Make it public.
if-
Yep,
yeah,
make it
as long as
public,
you like
and they'll be-
hashtag it so that something everyone else can see, then it's just like shit.
Yeah, then they respond. So apparently Comcast is the same way. If you ever have an issue with Comcast,
State
Comcast
Farm
cares.
is the exact same as well.
Oh, maybe I should harass them a little bit too.
Yeah, my dad, we had a hailstorm here like a year ago or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah. I remember
every single house around us, all the roofs were getting repaired. And then a State Farm representative came out and was like, nah, your roof's fine. Everyone else got theirs repaired. So my dad joined Twitter just for that specific reason, took a panoramic shot, and then edited it so it showed repaired. State Farm says no. And then literally, the day after he tweeted it, a new representative came out and gave us a new roof.
that.
It was wild.
Genius.
Yeah, I have no idea if it was 'cause of
Hashtag like
Twitter
a
or
good
whatever.
neighbor.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Third in line, Billy.
But yeah, so I might actually tweet them and be like, so
What's
I've,
going on?
Yeah, I've tried to get this fixed through email the way I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
For we're probably 6 months out now.
Then
No
they're gonna,
response,
they're gonna
no
be real
nothing.
smooth and slide into them DMs.
Yeah.
Direct messages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You look at me like, I don't get it.
Yeah. No, they better. 'Cause I've
They better be sliding into my fucking DMs.
yeah, so I may actually do that because I really
as
would
well.
like, yeah, I would like to change my freaking email address.
Can't do that.
It'd fix a lot of problems.
It would, especially if I want to sign up for another beta.
You know what's funny is I actually want to do the same thing with Ubisoft because my Ubisoft email is at a different extension than what I usually use. So like I usually have Yahoo, not at live or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I signed up originally with Ubisoft, I used the wrong email and it wouldn't connect to any of my other like games. So I had to make my log on a different name and it bugs the shit out of me every time I see it.
Yep.
Because instead of 07, it says 1989. Yeah, say it out loud. It's really weird.
That's really weird.
Yeah. So, by the way, that's how old I am for all you people watching.
He was born in
Besides that, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Made in the 80s.
Yeah.
See, every time somebody talks about Ubisoft, since we're actually like discussing that, did you see the video where they went to? So like, there's like Ubisoft France, Ubisoft Canada. There's Ubisoft, like all these different studios that Ubisoft owns, and they pulled the developers that work there and then set them in front of a camera and said, "Name the company you work for," and half of them were like Ubisoft, and then the other half were like Ubisoft, except for a couple were like.
Ubisoft.
And then they looked over and was like, is it Ubi or Ubi? I don't know.
I work for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
right.
Assassin's Creed games.
Like Ubisoft Montreal and stuff
And
like
Watch
that.
Dogs.
They were just all like, Ubisoft?
I work for generic Rockstar.
And then some people were like, I work for Ubisoft unless you're in the US, then it's Ubisoft. And I was like,
Nice. Asshole. Why not?
okay. And then like the guy who like owns Ubisoft, I can never remember the guy's name, but he's at
They should just put an umlaut above it.
E3 every single year. He's the guy that introduces the last video game every year. He takes the floor from Aisha Tyler. But he literally walks up and goes, you know what? Call us whatever you want to call us. We're still going to make good games. I was like, I like this guy. But yeah, it's a pretty funny video. Sorry, it was just funny because I've been saying Ubisoft this whole time, and then you just said Ubisoft, and it reminded me of that video.
I've never realized that I do say Ubisoft.
Uh-huh.
Weird.
Yeah.
They should just put an umlaut above it.
They should.
Just right then
Uber.
and there. Exactly.
Yep. There we go. That would fix it.
Joe, did you say
Uber.
what you were playing?
It's not Uber.
I haven't played anything.
You haven't played anything at all.
Literally not.
Not even a phone game. Pokemon Go.
Literally have not. Last time I played
Pokemon
Pokemon
Yellow?
Go was the last episode we recorded.
Pokemon Yellow.
That was Tuesday.
Nope. My 3DS died and I'm too lazy to charge it.
Oh, okay.
All
The
right.
most I've done this week is I watched like 4 episodes of Simpsons.
Now,
Oh.
on the next episode, he will be here with so many things because he's on vacation this entire next week. So he's going to come back from vacation and be
Have a
like,
list.
look, bitches, this is what we're going to talk about.
You guys thought E3 was long. This is going to be a 3-parter on this guy. Whose name
Next
we don't
time.
discuss.
Actually,
Next time, the other guy.
we should probably, not now to take up time, but I'm saying like afterwards, like off camera, discuss what we're doing next week. Because next week is also
Gen Con.
Gen Con. So,
Yep.
not sure what we're going to do podcast wise.
We'll
We'll figure that out after this. But anyway,
So also, what I've been playing, Paragon.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to say, too.
I'm so pissed at myself that I didn't play with you guys. I literally got in bed, turned on Pokemon Black. I played for 15 minutes, and I was just like, I'm really tired. Went to bed.
We played till 3,
Three.
4?
Yeah, 3:30, I think, right around there. And then I was like, sorry, I gotta go to bed. I'm tired.
It was great. That's what I'm going to talk about. I've just pretty much been solely Paragon. I haven't played Overwatch in forever. That's just a big one right now. It's all Paragon all the time. And Sevarog is the boss.
Yeah, you're really, really good with him.
Yeah. I just happen to make a decent build that makes him like unstoppable. Because
Yeah.
he heals so much.
Which is something that definitely I feel like I need help with in building my deck, that I don't fully understand what would make a good class for my
Yeah.
particular character.
You did there. So
Um,
you were playing Grux, who
Yeah.
is like a walking, kind of like a kaiju,
Okay.
except normal size, and he has 2 huge bone clubs.
Yep.
Oh.
And he's all about making the enemy bleed and stunning them.
Yep.
There are cards you can get that while the enemy is bleeding, you get 20% extra lifesteal. So that's the build I have
Okay.
with him. To the point where I think I had like 125 health, and I was going up against a full health Gideon and like a full health Steel, and I killed them both and walked away with 3/4 health.
Cool.
I was healing so much. All you have to do is do that bleed, and then hit him with all the rest of your lifesteal stuff. You just won't die, and you'll do a lot of extra damage.
Yeah, and that's what I need to look at. The first round we played, I selected the wrong deck.
You selected the tank. So
Yep.
you weren't doing anything. However, I did notice, because at one point he was surrounded by 3 people, and like in my head I'm like, Drake, run away, and he's just like, nah bro, I got this. He's like, he's running up and hitting him for like 4 damage is what it looked like, because their health bar is like,
Oh yeah, I wasn't doing much damage,
But
but I could take it.
his was doing the exact same thing. He was getting hit by 3 people and his health was just slowly, and I was like, if someone else was there, they'd die. Because they were all just focusing him.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then after that, he built. I'm assuming you took the attack speed and damage one, the
Yeah.
starter one, and
Yeah.
then it was like he walked in. Oh, 3 of their guys are dead. Nice. And then just walked away. Just no big deal.
MBD, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the first round I selected the wrong deck. I was like, I hit the wrong one.
Which
and
good
then
note about that. I did record all of that.
Nice.
I played with Life Taker, Schismatar, and Berserk Gravy. So I will be posting that to the Let's Play channel we have, which is another bleeping Let's Play.
Yes.
And I'll have it edited and everything. I just have to come up with, or we have to come up with a good intro for it. But besides that, the only problem is your vocals aren't in there.
Nope.
So
I actually didn't talk like at all as I was playing, just because
Yeah.
it was me in my room, and I'm like, I don't want to be talking to myself. That's weird.
I don't want to sound crazy or nothing.
what?
I do have to say, I forgot I did play one other game.
What?
And by that, I mean I didn't. So, I bought Stanley Parable,
Great game.
and I watched the opening intro. Anyway, I watched it, and I was like, wow, I can't
As
wait
opposed to
play
the
this
ending
game.
intro.
This is awesome. And then I played it for a good 10 minutes before I realized this isn't supposed to do this. So my character, there's something wrong, and I've been all over forums, and I can't figure out what's wrong with the game. my character just spins in circles really fast, and I was like, I don't understand what Stanley's doing. And I was like, this game is the most annoying fucking thing I've ever played, because literally I'm walking and like you're spinning in circles, so I'm just going like this around the room, and he's like, Stanley walked to the door, and I'm going, where the fuck is the door? I'm just spinning, and I looked up like 20 things, and everyone's like, try this, try this, try this. None of it fucking worked.
I had the same issue.
What the fuck is the problem?
I can't remember. It was back when I had my Alienware.
I
will look it up.
Game, and I'm so mad.
It's something you have to do. I can't remember if it was there's a mouse setting, like mouse smoothing or something you have to turn off.
And I went through and I did that, and I restarted the game and fucking start back up, and he's fucking spinning in circles.
There was another thing.
I thought it was part of the game. I really fucking did. I was really like, this is Stanley's descent into madness.
I had that exact one where he wouldn't stop. Like, mine wasn't very fast the very first time.
I was gonna
Mine
puke.
was like, I would move and he would just like at normal speed, as though you were just walking in circles. And then you'd have to, like, I'd move all the way to left real fast to try and counter it, and he would be like,
oh, that was the best part, yeah. As I would start doing that, where I was like, if I move the mouse, I can counter it.
Yeah.
But then it was going through, and I was countering it faster than it could go, so then I'm just spinning the wrong way.
And then the other error I also had with that game is, and I swear it had something to do with the mouse smoothing, is I would move a little bit and the sensitivity was like 80 million, and he'd be like,
what was that?
Yeah, pretty much. So that's that. I can't remember. I'll look it up for you, and I'll see if I can't figure it out.
And then there was one other thing I did play for a brief moment. So for saying I didn't play anything, I did. I played Hatred, which...
How is it?
It's an interesting game, I guess, is the word to put. The way to put it. Like, so the biggest thing is, my biggest complaint with it so far is it has controller support. Only for 360 controllers. You can't use Xbox One, or at least my computer, you can't. You can't use PS4. You can't use anything else.
Shouldn't it not matter as long as the drivers
That's
are the right?
what I would fucking think. But no, apparently it does. Because I plugged in my PS4 controller, and it takes you to the start menu, and I can navigate the start menu. You start the game, that's it. You can't do anything else.
Weird.
So the controls are shit, because it's literally an above view thing where you actually... It has the same controls as a first-person shooter. And it...
So it's kind of like Spartan Assault.
Yeah, but
So
a lot harder.
as opposed to...
Like, I feel like if I had a controller, it'd be a twin-stick shooter.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's really nice and easy. But no, instead, it's okay. You have to use the mouse and move the mouse around to aim. And then you have to hit Alt, like, zooms in, or, like...
Yeah, like readies the gun, and then
but
you
the
have to
big
fire.
thing... Yeah.
So it's like right...
Almost like Diablo.
So, like, you got police running at you, and it's like... And it's just really fucking crazy. And it's really hard. But I did learn one thing. You can steal cars in the game.
Oh.
And when you run them into gas tanks and run them through houses, like, shit goes down. I literally ran through this woman's house, and like I went through 3 walls, and I ran over like 8 people and killed all of them, and then ran into a fucking like propane tank, jumped out, and the whole house exploded, and then apparently killed everyone in the house. And apparently the police didn't like that.
So... And here's the other game I played, getting onto that of the random killing and everything. I played Who's Your Daddy, which I talked about earlier.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So, you weren't here for that, were you?
No, but...
So, Who's Your Daddy is essentially, it's 2-player, or up to 8. So we can play 4 dads and 4 kids. You have your dad who's supposed to be watching your kid,
So funny.
while at the same time having to do chores, like... It'll give you random chores like pick up all the dog poop or whatever, all the cat poop, or put away the toys, whatever.
Plugging.
And so
you
the
guys.
dad's job is essentially just to watch the kid to make sure the kid is okay.
I wanna
And
play the kid.
Child's job, the baby,
Oh, is to kill himself?
is
Yes.
to purely
Yes.
kill himself.
You're the
I
one that found
remember.
this.
Yes.
You sent this in a
It is-
YouTube thing
Did
to
I?
us. A link
It
to
is
a...
$5,
Oh my gosh.
and I.
Best $5 you ever spent.
Oh my god, I was crying laughing so hard.
This sounds wonderful.
I found at one point-
I do remember this actually. I did. Yeah.
I found at one point you can go into the garage and you can douse yourself with gasoline and catch yourself on fire. You can open up the car door. And this is a baby. You can jump into the car, or after you open the car door, jump into the car. If you have the key, which is on the floor right outside the garage, start the car, turn off the parking brake, put it into gear, and then hit the gas. It just slams you against the door or the wall and just explodes.
This
so
sounds
then you're
wonderful.
just a little charred baby.
Sounds wonderful.
It seems terrible,
It's
but it
hilarious.
is so hilarious for some reason.
Might have
you-
to do a Let's
You
Play.
have a sick sense of humor if you enjoy that game. But oh my god, is it funny?
That
Okay,
next- the-
now we have to do that
Yeah.
as a Let's Play.
Yeah, I think we need to do that one, and then also I think Gang Beast would be kind of fun.
Gang Beast?
It's kind of like Super Smash Brothers, everyone against each other, but you just like try to smack each other to death. Basically, you're little just blobs that are kind of human shaped, and then they smack each other. And then you can wear different like hats and stuff to differentiate.
Fortress.
That
different,
makes everything better.
yeah,
Same
when
with
you're
Who's Your
different
Daddy?
colors and stuff. Yeah, it.
Who's Your Daddy has hats?
Yeah, I was a baby with a top hat and sunglasses. I just imagine that drowning at the bottom of the pool.
What if this is Casey Anthony's favorite game?
Oh shit!
Oh.
Damn.
What?
It was pretty funny. Another way to actually kill yourself in the game as the baby is to eat poop. And for some reason, some animals, like if it's the cat, it doesn't stop shit. It just wham, 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 wham. You walk downstairs, there's turds everywhere. It's really weird.
I'm literally scrolling through an entire thread of us talking just so I can find your reaction to this video because I can't remember what it was, but it was fucking funny.
Oh. Anyway, yeah, I'll show you the video of Gang Beast because I think that'd be fun because it's up to either 8 or 16, I think, people that you can play with, and it's on a single screen, so like co-op type.
Cool.
I will say,
Just like Super
one
Smash.
thing I
Yeah.
didn't think about that would be hilarious. We need to do like a Let's Play of Mount Your Friends.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
That would be pretty hilarious.
Have you seen that game?
I have not, or I've heard of it, but I don't.
The purpose
recall.
is to always climb, like to get your person to stand the highest, but you have different keys controlling your feet and hands.
Oh, okay, like
So
the
then-
marathon runner one, and
Yeah,
yeah.
Except this one, you have to go. You have to stand the tall. So if like Nick goes, he goes and he puts his hand up as high as he can, and then he ends his turn. And then I go and I literally crawl up Nick and get in the awkward position to stand as high as I can. And then you go and you have to crawl up
Oh,
both
okay.
of us.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I remember
funny.
this.
It's pretty
Yeah.
hilarious.
You have a knife on you.
I have a key.
No.
I need a knife.
For what? Oh.
Thread. Anyway, continue on. Oh, the thing I wanted to talk about. If we all talked about, that probably won't work. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's pretty sharp.
Oops, sorry,
The
it's
one
under my
thing Joe brought up with going free to play. I don't know if you guys have noticed. It did work. Thank you. Evolve went free to play.
Oh, did it?
I did.
I am
People
shitty.
are mad.
I'm one of them. I paid fucking $60 for this game because thank heavens I didn't
Adrian
get,
got it for a birthday present.
thank heavens I didn't get it with the season pass because if I did I'd be even more mad. They're like, all you people, you have what is it, veteran status or something, and you literally the rewards it gets you for being a veteran status is like something that you can get within an hour of playing the game. And on top of that, they take away all of the stuff you've earned. So all your heroes, your skins, maybe not heroes, maybe you get to keep the heroes, but you lose all your skins, everything else, your titles, what have you, it's gone. Nope, got to re-earn them all.
Yep. Round 2. Fight.
So people literally who have put in like, because there was some reviews I saw where a guy had like 400 something hours in the game. He really liked it. He said it was a lot like cat and mouse. You had to constantly outwit your, the monster, which I loved, my favorite part. And they've turned around and made it so every single hunter has a dome. Yeah, not just the trapper. Every hunter has a dome that they can throw up.
Sounds like they managed to make this shitty game shittier.
They did. like I really liked the game, and it was cool. I loved being the trapper because I was always the one outsmarting the monster,
Yeah.
and all I had to do was trap it. And then when you trap it, it's literally time to go. But in an effort to, I guess, make it easier for the people because the new people playing couldn't handle it, not only does everyone get a dome to throw up, the trapper gets some sort of new ability. I don't remember. Everyone gets a freaking dome, and everyone's health automatically regenerates. So it's like awesome. Like there's no reason to have a trapper, and there's no reason to have a medic.
All right, so everybody's moving to Dead by Daylight, right?
Yeah. Like it's freaking stupid. That's actually
Wait.
I forgot about Paragon or about that game. I also played a lot of that game with Life Taker.
Bought it, haven't even installed
We
it.
definitely do need to play Dead by Daylight.
I
again.
agree. Did you
Agreed.
again?
Or again, not again. Excuse me.
I was gonna say,
general.
when
I
did
know
you
we-
get it? And I'll be mad that we haven't played.
Yeah,
Actually, it's a lot
I
of
did
fun.
get it
Yeah, I was gonna say,
over the
he's-
same summer sale. I just have yet to
He's
be able
got
to
it-
turn
he's
it
got
on
it
and
and I
play
got
yet.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
we should play either tonight or tomorrow or something.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
I'm
really.
I mean, I get off work at
I
10 tomorrow.
was gonna
so.
say I get off work at 2, so
a.m.?
Yes. If you guys can be awake.
Ooh,
Possibly.
Monday I close.
I need to look at what time I work.
Well, I mean, I don't
On
go
Monday.
until 4.
Monday or Sunday?
No. Sunday I'm off at 10 p.m. and then Monday I don't go until 4. So.
Gotcha. But it is scary. It is like, I'm always like, I'll watch other people and I'm like, oh, that's funny. But then whenever it happens to you and the monster just happens, or the killer walks right by you and doesn't see you, it's just like, I can breathe. I've caught myself holding my breath whenever he's looking for me. And it's like, Jesus. A lot of people like to play the Wraith too, which is a little annoying because he goes invisible. I'm hoping it'll be a lot easier. So right now, if you guys haven't tried the play with your friends function, it works, but it is unbelievably difficult. At least for just me and Life Taker, getting into a game, we have to hit the search function probably 20 plus times.
But
So-
the 4 of us plus Life Taker.
Yeah, I was gonna say then we would have
Well,
5
then we
people,
could just
right?
play a private game.
Right, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, so that would be fine. I'd be okay
Yeah.
with a special guest Life Taker. And I'd be able to record all that fun stuff too.
Yeah.
So that sounds good to me, and we could all take turns playing the killer, because being the killer personally is, I would almost say, probably more fun than the survivor. The survivor element of being scared is a lot of fun. However, the killer, since it's first person and you only have so much you can see, like, there are several times I have looked apparently right past someone, and I like turned around and they're running behind me because they thought I wouldn't have turned around, and I ran up and got them. But it is very fun game of cat and mouse. So yeah,
I do
recommend
want
it.
to play that one. I just
Yeah.
have yet to get it, and get it turned on and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, we were gonna play it the other day, and then I was
Yeah, we went to bed.
I was installing it, and then
You went
it
to
was
bed.
taking forever, and I was like,
And you went to
yeah.
bed.
Yeah,
Betty bad time.
bed bye.
Makes sad. What else? What do we got? Fall talked about what we've played. Any new news? Besides Evolve, making me mad.
All I know is I talked about on the last podcast.
We should all play
that,
Paragon, too.
Siege is getting an update, and I'm still pretty excited to see the 2 new
Yes.
operators from Brazil.
Yeah, I
Yep.
played that earlier too. Some weird bullshit was happening in that game, though. I don't know if it was
What
cheating.
happened?
Apparently, some people are cheating more, and they're adding a new cheating measure. No, I was literally one person shot me through a wall without that wall being damaged at all. And I don't know if maybe he just heard my footsteps, so I can't vouch because no one was shooting or walking. And I just happened to move a little bit until I got shot. And it was like, the fuck did that happen?
I had a weird glitch where I was watching someone's point of view because I'd already died in the game, and I would see the wall on my screen, and then they'd move a little bit, and it would disappear, and they'd move back, and then it would reappear. So I don't know, like, if the wall was broken.
The camera was maybe glitching out.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the camera. I don't know if it was actually that there was
Are you
something
playing
there.
this
or
on
not.
PS4?
Yeah, on PS4. So
Work.
I'm sorry.
Get a bomb ass PC.
You're playing
That
it on
works.
PS4?
I'm not.
I thought you bought it on PS4 to play with me, and
I did.
then you sold it again.
I didn't sell it. I still have it
So why don't you play it on PS4?
because I have it on PC. Shake your head at me if you want, Mr. GTA. That'll always be my response because that's the only one I've got. At least on you.
But yeah, I saw a couple weird glitches, but it was on PS4, so I mean, like, nothing that was really, really strange. Nice thing is definitely when you can actually see the kill cam, so that you know
What
you know.
actually happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're playing ranked, then it doesn't show you.
I'm
but-
not high enough level on the PC to play ranked. I think I'm high enough on the PS4 to play ranked.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if is it actually different like that much. Do you know?
For ranked, yeah, definitely a lot more intense. You get some people who are really good at ranked, and you get people who are absolute shit too.
Yeah.
And I mean, your rank actually resets every, I want to say, about 3 months or so.
Yeah, like every season.
Sounds
yeah,
about right, yeah.
so that you can get a really high rank, and then you have to play 10 ranked matches again to be able to get your rank again.
Like I play when we've
but-
played on the PS4, like it's the exact same thing. Like we've gone against people and I've like gone through and shot and whatever. And then I played my very first game on the PC. I went ahead and did PvP, and I killed all 5 people by myself. Like all my guys ran in, and they just got slaughtered. And I was thermite with an ACOG scope.
Ah, love
and,
thermite.
I blew open a garage door, shot one guy in the head a long distance, shot another guy in the head that didn't see me peeking, and I shot another guy in the head of the corner. And then I turned the corner, and there's a guy laying down. I shot him like 3 times, so he died. And another person was coming down the stairs, and I shot them. And it was just like, oh, look at that ace. Like, I've never done that on the PS4, and that was my very first game on PC. So my view's already skewed. I'm like, oh, I love PC.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, definitely when I do ranked, I don't like to do it with any less than 4 people. Like when I've
friends?
got 4 people playing with me, and then
So, like,
we'll do
that's a
one
whole
random.
team, isn't it?
5.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do like with one random, but if there's only 3 of us, I'm like, I don't want to play ranked because it messes up your rank.
I'll have to see if I still
but-
have PlayStation Live. If I do, I'll play sometime. The game's fun.
PlayStation Live.
PlayStation Plus.
I was just seeing if you were awake.
Yeah. But
That's all.
all I know is I'm excited to see the new operators.
Wow.
Yeah, one of them. I saw a video on it last night. I can't remember their new abilities.
Shoots a crossbow with
with like explosive bolts.
Yeah.
Or like flame bolts or something.
it's kind of like I want to say kind of like thermites shooting. It catches fire, yeah. Basically,
it?
yeah, is what my understanding is.
And then the other
I
one
forget
is
what you
also the
call it.
one she can. She has no footstep sound, and can intimidate people if she sneaks up on them.
Yep,
Find
and then
out people's
find out
locations.
Yep, which I'm really excited about.
Same.
Okay, so
Very good for people who are roaming. Sorry, go ahead.
this is not gaming news at all. I didn't realize this. So yesterday, Disney announced that Infinity War Part 2 is not going to be Infinity War Part 2. So with the new...
They kind of already announced that, but this
With
is...
the new Avengers movies, it was supposed to be like a Part 1 and a Part 2, but
Yeah.
now they're still keeping the same dates. So the first part is going to be released May 4th, 2018, and it's Infinity War. And then the second Avengers movie was supposed to be Avengers Infinity War Part 2. Now it's just another Avengers movie that has its own...
So that's the big thing,
separate
though, is
story.
they announced
Which-
it as Part 1 and Part 2.
Right.
And then about 6 months ago, they came out and said, well, that was misleading. We don't want it actually to be called Part 1 and Part 2 because Part 2 is a totally separate film that has not, like, Part 1 is going to be its own contained story. Part 2 will be its own contained story. You don't have to see both of, like, you can see one or the other.
I would
This
like
isn't like
one
how
that
they
has
did, like,
both, though,
Deathly
personally.
Hallows or, like, anything like that.
Right.
And then now they just came out and were like, well, now just to help simplify it, we're just not even going to call the other one Infinity War. It's just Infinity War, and then this will be just something totally different. But the other thing is, a lot of people are worried about, if that's the case, does that mean this is the final movie is this the final time we're actually going to see Chris Evans and, Robert Downey Jr.? Is it going to be, okay, that's Avengers Part 1, and then is Avengers 2 going to be New Avengers?
So who are the new Avengers?
You got Falcon, you've got, Ant-Man,
Scarlet
you've
Witch.
got
Scarlet
Scarlet Witch, you've got Vision.
Are we talking
Hulk-
just
or,
from
yeah,
the
Vision, I mean.
movies, or are we talking like I'm talking like in the comics?
Oh, in the comics right
It
now,
just-
at least, New Avengers is a whole, like, fucking Squirrel Girl and a whole bunch of, like, B-list, like, even though I like Squirrel Girl, I don't mean anything by her, but my point
Yeah.
being, like, it's not, like,
Major
Iron
name,
Man
yeah.
and, like... But right now, if you're reading Avengers, the only thing to read is Uncanny, because everything else is pretty awful. Uncanny Avengers is, you've got Deadpool, you've got Rogue, technically Spider-Man. He quit the team, but he hasn't come back yet. Cable is in there for a little bit.
I'd like
So-
to know
I'm gonna
more
stay a
about
little bit
Cable.
You've got a
honestly.
lot of fun stuff
Cable's
there.
so good.
Reading Deadpool will teach you a lot about Cable. But the big thing with Avengers is the fact that, and I don't know how much you guys have read of Marvel, but the big thing with Avengers was they were bringing in a lot of the younger team now. So the actual Avengers team had, like, Nova on it, who's like 17.
Yeah.
You had Miss Marvel, who's young. You've got, Miles Morales. You got all these people. But the entire last run of Nova was entirely about Nova trying to find his dad. So it was about 20 issues of him trying to find his dad, who had gone out, and he was the original Nova, or not necessarily the original, but the one before him, went out into space and never came back. So now Nova's like, well, I need to find my dad. So he goes out into space to try and find his dad. 20 issues of that, he finally finds his dad. Comes back, new Nova starts, okay, well, Dad's acting really weird, don't know what's going on. And then in Avengers, you find out, oh, that's not really his dad. So now we're going to go back out into space and find his dad. So it's just like, what the fuck did I just read for the last 3 years?
Yeah, it's like pointless.
Yeah, that was pretty much that. And then Civil War II were the final straws for me, where I'm literally reading like no comic books anymore. I'm reading Deadpool and Spider-Man, and that's it. Because
that's basically where I'm at right now.
I'm so tired of buying books where it's like you read them for like 2 years and nothing changes. Like you read for 2 years and you find out I'm still at point A. It's like, so what happened? Why have I spent $150?
So at this moment in time, would you say the movies are better than the comics?
Oh, single-handedly.
Just because they have a cohesive story that you can see from beginning to end. That makes sense.
It's just, and like I said, the problem of it is, it seems nowadays like Marvel and DC are so worried about ruining the series, and they want to keep everything so tight that it's okay. It really feels like what they do is Marvel says, okay, you're a new writer, you're coming in to write this series. So this is where everything is at right now. This is the reset point. When you finish this series or when you finish this big event you're working on, it needs to be back to here. So you can go through and kill people off, and you can go through and make these world-changing events, but by the end of it, it needs to be back to here. So it's like it doesn't matter. Like, Civil War mattered. Like, when the original Civil War happened in 2006, like, that shit, it mattered. It changed the universe. It doesn't matter anymore. Nothing happens.
That's annoying.
So, yeah, it just got to a point where I was like, I'm tired of spending money on something where it doesn't matter.
I will say, speaking of Marvel, Marvel Ultimate Alliance is out. I haven't had a chance to get it yet. I've heard the PC port is one of the worst games to come out on PC.
Not just the PC port.
Really?
They are all apparently horrible. They said that these are some of the worst remasters that have ever been made.
That really sucks.
On top of that, a lot of people are really pissed about the DLC thing that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, because it doesn't have any of the DLC from 1, but it has the DLC from 2.
Weird.
Well, it's all contract trademark issues.
So I wonder if, which I was going to bring this up. So I'm rather excited for Doctor Strange to come out. That comes out in August, right?
That
November.
new trailer from Comic-Con
November?
was just amazing.
Yeah, which one? The one where it shows more with him and the cape and everything?
Yes.
And his whole uniform? Yeah, that shows
and him actually using powers
awesome.
and stuff. Oh,
With
God.
the circles?
Yeah.
So I want to know, do you think Doctor Strange is going to become part of the new Avengers?
I don't think he'll become part of the new Avengers. The thing with Doctor Strange was the fact that he always seemed like kids would go out to play and like dad would stay at home, and then when the kids really fucked shit up, they'd turn to dad and dad would make it all better.
Yeah.
So he's like
he pretty much is like
he's with the
Well, he's the
Illuminati.
Sorcerer
yeah,
Supreme,
he hangs
right?
out with but like he hangs out with like Nick said with the Illuminati, and like he pretty much runs things in the shadows.
By the
and then
way,
when shit gets really bad and they're like, we don't know what's going on, or we don't know how to fix this, or this is really dark magic, we've never dealt with this before, they call up Doctor Strange, and he pretty much is like, okay, this is the deal, tell me what's going on. They'll tell him, he's like, okay, I got this, you guys go about your business, and then like he literally like shows up like a month later and is like, I took care of that shit for you.
Yeah. By the way, by Illuminati, I don't mean like all-seeing eye Illuminati.
Are you talking about like
it's
The Marvel Illuminati.
Yeah, it's Doctor Strange, Iron Man.
No, was
Professor X.
it the
Professor
original
X.
Illuminati?
as far as
The
I
reason
know?
why I ask is because the newest Illuminati, not that, well, let me rephrase that. There's a current Illuminati that is all villains that went through and was like, oh, we're going to try and, came like a Suicide Squad kind of thing. They were like, we're going to try and help out.
That's weird.
But the one that I read,
I mean, Marvel
It
has to have a
was-
Suicide Squad because that's popular now with DC.
exactly. But the latest one that I read was Iron Man, Captain America, T'Challa, Namor.
Namor, that's
Yeah,
what it was.
Namor was in it.
When Namor and Iron Man got in that fight in that comic was fucking awesome. And then
it was insane.
Doctor Strange was like, all right, guys can stop now.
And Black Bolt.
Black Bolt.
Also known as Black Adam. I mean,
Huh?
no, I was making a DC joke.
Oh. Is Black Adam anything like Black Bolt?
I don't even remember, to be honest.
I don't either.
I just remember
okay.
Black Adam was a Shazam villain.
Yeah, literally. That's
all-
pretty much all I remember.
Well, I was going to say...
I
know
know
that I know that from Injustice.
Injustice Gods Among Us, same.
But I mean, like, Black Bolt, like...
By the way, Injustice Gods Among Us 2.
yeah, that does look actually
See,
really
I'm still torn because again, DC's pissed me off so bad.
Let me say, though, the Injustice game, you played it, right?
Oh yeah,
And it was fantastic.
it was.
I like, from everything they've shown from the second one, it's going to be... Oh, that's what I'm forgetting to bring up. Has anyone seen the new trailer for the Justice League?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
You
really...
I thought it looked great.
I think they're trying too hard.
Here was my biggest
I've
issue.
been so let down by the last like 4 DC movies that I'm just like,
Yeah,
don't
But
care.
you can't be skewed. Like, just look at it by itself as a movie.
I get that, but
Here's my
when
thing.
I've
Look-
been like shot in the foot so many times. Like,
Are you
I don't
trying
look
to
forward
tell
to
me
be
to
shot in the
ignore
foot
Batman
again.
vs Superman, or are you trying to argue for Batman vs Superman being
Okay,
a good
so
movie?
here's the thing. In my opinion, Batman vs Superman was not bad, except for Apocalypse. Well, that was dumb. Everyone can agree with that. Martha. No.
I still have a friend. I've got.
Here's my thing. As a film that has so many flaws, I'm not saying from a let's look at their source material. I'm saying as a film that is one of the shittiest films I have sat through.
How so?
I mean,
It was just cheesy.
You spend an hour and a half build up to a giant fucking spoiler alert. You spend an hour and a half building up with this giant fight to end the fight on, oh, your mom's name is Martha, let me go save your mom. Or like, I don't know, they tried to do way too many different character introductions without giving enough anything about
They just took too many graphic novels and put it into one movie.
But I'm saying, source material aside, I'm saying
they're trying to catch up with Marvel
as a film.
in that sense.
But it's also like with the spot where Flash comes back and wakes him up from the dream and all this other stuff. Sky was like, "Oh yeah, wasn't that scene with Cyborg awesome?" I was like,
"That was me. I thought it was Cyborg."
Yeah, you thought it was Cyborg. I was like, "No, that's the fucking Flash."
I couldn't
Why is
tell.
that the Flash?
There was too many particle effects going on.
Thank you. As a film,
That I would get.
as a film, it had a lot of flaws, and one of my biggest pet peeves with that film is the fact of they have too many characters that they have no history for that they just throw into this movie so they can get names. This next movie for the Justice League, they've already announced 20 villains.
No, they're at like 12 or 13.
Yeah,
But aren't they taking from the other movies?
no. No, brand new characters.
Oh,
It's
I didn't know
literally
that. I
what
thought
they're
they were
doing.
still.
It's
I
just-
thought they were still pulling from like the Suicide Squad and anyone who.
No,
could have
Suicide
been
Squad is
mentioned
its
in-
own separate thing that's not doing anything with any of their stuff.
Yeah,
so,
it is. Yes, it is.
I was
Yes,
gonna
it
say
is.
Batman's in it.
I was just say Ben Affleck is in it, and they just confirmed
Oh,
this
really?
week. Spoiler alert: Flash is in it,
yeah.
oh, okay, never mind.
and that was only leaked because of a script page that got leaked.
I do find it funny that this how long ago did that Justice League trailer came out?
Whenever Comic Con was, so that was about a week.
Yeah, about
Okay.
1 week ago.
And everybody's already pointing out, wait a minute. So Batman was sitting in Barry Allen's house watching Rick and Morty while waiting on him to get home.
Was he?
Is that Rick and Morty?
Yeah, when he's sitting there and he's talking to Barry Allen and he throws the
I
boomerang.
give this
There's-
this movie one more star.
Rick and Morty is on in the background on the TV.
Touche. I will say I still don't like the person they picked for Flash, but that's just because I'm a fucking Flash CW whore.
Yeah, I just
And what's his name is an awesome Flash in my
incredible.
opinion.
From what I've seen of it, incredible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but again, that's another thing where, in my opinion, I feel like DC fucked up.
I
They're
agree.
trying so hard to throw all of this new stuff together. I'm like, oh, we gotta introduce a new Flash. We gotta introduce the new,
You already have.
Yeah,
They
let's
have a
introduce all these
perfect
people. It's like,
Flash
yeah.
and a perfect Green Arrow.
Yeah.
It's like you already have that.
I agree.
It would literally be
With
like
all the
taking
source material
Here's the
done,
thing.
all the history's laid out.
I don't think that is a. I don't think that's a DC choice. I think DC.
Warner Brothers owns it all, though.
DC.
Warner Brothers owns CW. Warner Brothers owns DC.
Does it?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the
Oh, I didn't
same
know that.
studio.
Yeah.
This would literally be like if Marvel was like, man, if only we had this really cool movie about like a team of like SHIELD agents, and like we could call it like Agents of SHIELD,
Show.
and then
You
like
mean show.
we could totally just like.
Mesh
no,
it
I'm saying
together.
like as a movie, they were
Oh.
just like, let's do this, and everyone's like,
And then they-
awesome, like
and
you're
they
gonna make
pick
an Agents of
completely
SHIELD
different
movie. They're like,
characters.
no, that's its own thing. Like,
That's its own thing. That's ABC. That's a subsidiary.
no,
Okay.
Clark Gregg's already on the TV show, so we got to bring in a new Coulson.
I
Like, it
do
just-
agree. Like,
And it's like you
there's-
guys have
there's
a
nothing-
perfect.
It's really
I think
stupid.
in terms
going.
of.
Why would you?
They,
I
will-
personally am already kind of in love with the characters they've picked, like
Exactly.
the actors they've picked with the
Yeah.
characters.
Agreed. Fully.
So like, except for the Flash, obviously Ben Affleck surprised me. He did do okay.
Ben Affleck surprised me. He was a much better Batman than I anticipated. Gal Gadot,
Gal Gadot blew me away. I
she
thought
could blow me any day. But like that just.
That's where you stop.
Even her part though didn't even make fucking sense.
I would
yeah.
agree.
Agree.
I like you're saying all
It
this
was
and
so
like
thrown the fuck
I,
in.
I liked the movie, I guess, just as a movie playing out. But yeah, a lot of the story.
I did
and
not
everything
even like it
didn't
as a
make
movie.
sense.
This is my thing is, and I've got to say this on the podcast, where I had a friend who was laughing so hard and said that he wants to go and make a movie, and it's going to be King Kong versus Godzilla. And at the end of the movie, Godzilla's going to literally like have Kong like on the ground and like be ready to kill him. And Kong's going to look up and he's going to go, Mothra! And he's going to go, Mothra, why did you say it? And then it's going to be that they go to save Mothra, and then the next movie is literally Mothra, Godzilla, and King Kong versus New York.
Oh, and there's a new King Kong movie coming out.
There is,
Yes.
and it actually sounds fucking retarded. And then I saw
I was
the
gonna
cast
say.
and was like, this is going to be a fucking retarded movie with a really good cast.
I'm kind of tired of them remaking the King Kong movies.
What?
I don't know about you.
I am too. Agreed.
Just let it
and
be.
Tarzan.
Wait, yeah. Let's wait
And
20 years
Godzilla.
before we make another
Yeah.
one.
I will say the new Godzilla is supposed to have Mothra. And
Also-
the new Godzilla was actually
Also,
really
to
good.
be
I haven't seen
fair,
it.
this Godzilla, like in the terms of the American version, is just now making it from the year 2000.
Yeah.
Because there's,
I loved
or was it 19 with Matthew Broderick?
I loved that film.
I
But
did
again-
too. I
but
loved
again-
that movie.
again,
I saw it in theater.
We were so young when that
Baby
movie came out.
Godzilla,
To
like
us, we
when the
loved
surround
it.
sound was new, and like we're in the theater, and Baby Godzillas were coming out from behind us, and we were like, they're in the theater.
What was
Yeah.
the other trailer I just watched? Oh, I just watched a new trailer for the new movie Split. M. Night Shyamalan's new movie.
Yes,
I haven't
I
actually
saw
watched
it.
that trailer yet.
Oh my god.
It's freaky.
It looks amazing. So
looks freaky.
basically
I
the
probably
gist of
won't see
it
I've not seen it.
basically the gist of it looks like what's his face? Oh my god.
I can't remember his name either.
Joe, you remember the movie Whiplash?
Nope. Never even heard of it.
The movie about the drummer with
Steve Carell.
JJJ.
What?
Oh, no, that was a boxing movie.
What?
Nothing. I'm
Bruce
thinking of the
Almighty?
wrong movie.
Anyway,
Steve Carell just did a movie where he plays a boxer or something like that, and that's what I was thinking you were
No,
talking
I thought
about
he
when
was
you
like a
said
coach
Whiplash.
to a boxer. Or
I
something.
don't know. I don't follow sports movies.
My ball is still sore. I just noticed.
Rocky
I'm sorry.
18?
I'm sorry. By the way, for those of you not in the know,
Yeah.
I accidentally crushed his left nut with my phone. I tossed it to him.
Oh,
It's the same one. Same one as fucking Lauren. Exact same one. He's like, hey, check this out. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go catch it. And then of course I'm terrible. And I just. From there, I felt the grace of death.
I can imagine.
Okay, so
yeah.
let me get this straight. Everybody hold the fuck on. Out of every movie you could have named for him, you name Whiplash.
That's the first movie that pops into my head.
not X-Men, not
Oh,
fucking...
duh.
James
not,
McAvoy?
Not,
Yeah,
Hold
McAvoy.
on, hold the fuck on. Not Wanted.
Sorry.
Hold on. Everybody, just
Hold on, sorry.
hold the fuck on for a minute. We have 48 other films to go through.
Sorry, Whiplash is the first movie that popped into my
X-Men.
head.
Victor Frankenstein.
I
You
was
could have
sitting here
said
literally thinking
fucking-
like X-Men, and he's like Whiplash. I'm like, I don't even know what that movie is. So he must
Arthur
be talking about someone
Christmas, for
else.
God's sake. I would have still been like, oh, okay. Like,
Anyway, so
Atonement. Anything. Why did you pick Whiplash?
because I'm a
Do you remember that guy that did that cameo in that one movie like 26
Oh,
years
is
ago?
that what that movie? That's called Whiplash with the drummer who with
and J. Jonah Jameson is
J.
trying
Jonah
to teach him.
Jameson. I've heard that was a great movie.
It is an incredible movie.
Do you remember that movie that was about that boat? And like, you know,
Castaway?
no, hold on. It had like Kate Winslet in it. And then, hold on. And then like the little retarded kid that played alongside Johnny Depp.
Johnny. Now I'm lost.
Okay,
I was gonna say
Leonardo
Titanic.
That
That's
is
what I was
Titanic.
thinking.
Kate Winslet
My point is,
is
he picks the most
Rose.
obscure,
And
like.
then
Great.
Leonardo-
Apparently, he's supposed to be great in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah, what's
Well,
even
my
Gilbert
point
Grape?
being, like,
Leonardo
you pick a
DiCaprio
most,
is the
like-
retarded little brother of Johnny Depp.
I easily would have said, you know, like Inception, or you could have said, you know,
Anyway,
Gotcha.
The
no.
Departed.
Anyway, he kidnaps 3 girls and locks them up in this room. But every time he comes in and talks to them, it's a different personality. And he has multiple personalities.
It's chilling.
And one of those
I'm not a
persons just
fan.
walks in and is like, "Hey guys, you want to be let go?"
No,
Boy, you
seriously.
can't.
No, seriously. Like at one point in time, the girl's talking to one of them, and he's all like, "You know what? You know, let me go talk to him." And then like he comes back later as like a really pissed off, like, "I will not let you go. I can't believe you tried to talk her into letting you go." And blah blah blah. And it's just like,
So it's
It's
hide and
creepy.
seek.
Shit, bro.
It's hide and seek but you know the twist from the beginning. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I was gonna say spoiler alert because that is a huge
from
twist
this
in that
movie
movie.
from 20 years ago.
It wasn't 20 years ago. That was a damn good movie, though.
It was a great
It was
movie.
one
I
of,
just
Dakota,
rewatched
one of
it.
Dakota
I
Fanning's
watched-
best films.
I watched part of it on YouTube the other day and was just like, I loved
Dakota
this
Fanning,
film.
Robert De Niro.
Good thing I never
like,
wanted to watch it, guys.
it's a great
cool.
movie. But anyway,
So you remember, isn't this that game where,
Yeah.
blankety blank
Oh, I made
blank?
that joke earlier and nobody even
I heard it.
I
just
did.
was-
Okay. Thank you.
I laughed.
I know.
Yeah.
That was so fucking goddamn funny, Corey.
He made me feel validated. You just
It
scared
was
me.
so funny that it went into the future and made me laugh now. Just like Flash flying into the future. Or into the past.
Where's your lightning? That's the one thing, by the way, I did not like in the trailer. His lightning was blue. That bugged the shit out of me.
I can see that. Can you quit messing with stuff that makes noise when it drops on the table? I'm just making a joke.
Just a prank, bro.
It's fine, man.
That is entertaining though to play with.
But,
Anybody see anything else?
Oh,
I did see the new teaser for Walking Dead.
I have not
It
watched
actually,
that yet.
I mean,
I've
it's
heard it was really good.
they did the smartest thing ever. So it shows everybody like lined up when he's doing the eeny meeny miny moe thing, and it's like showing the person and then like different things from previous seasons that they've been in, and this person previous things from different seasons, and then he's like, all right, and then he brings it back, and then you see him swing and swing and swing and swing and come back with blood. And then the rest of the trailer shows stuff from this upcoming season, but not one of those characters is in any of those clips. I was like, I'm waiting for them to slip up and somebody to fucking be in something.
But see, here's the thing. You know that they probably had 30 people who all work directly with it sit down and go, all right, we got to make sure, man.
I know, right?
We're just going through everyone. No, we're not. Can't use that one. That's
Can't use
gotta
that
be cut.
one. Glenn's in the background.
Yeah.
You can't use that one.
What I don't understand is the fact that they went through and they specifically said that when they filmed the scene, they said that they filmed it where each single character died. They said they filmed it one where Rick died, one where Carl died,
Right.
one where, they killed everyone.
That way to make it.
Well, they literally said that way we prevented spoilers from happening. How the fuck did you think you were going to prevent spoilers from happening because you filmed that? You think that the crew and the cast just forgets the fact of we filmed an entire
No,
season
I
and then
think in
all of a
the-
sudden this character wasn't here?
It was leading up. It was so that way the cast and crew wouldn't be able to spoil it then. But then they eventually, obviously,
Same with-
had to film the
Holy
rest
with
of the
Jon
season.
fuck, I
Snow.
just realized something right now.
What?
I don't give a fuck. I will pay $200 million. I will
We'll
tell you
have
two
that money.
people that have not been killed off of the show. They didn't kill Rick and they didn't kill Daryl.
Why?
I tell you right now because both of them have been filming on the set and they've both been posting videos about like behind the scenes stuff of like them pulling pranks and shit on each other.
That would be hilarious if they both die.
No, like seriously, did you guys not see that? This week, literally, they're
I've
sitting
heard-
there and
Are you talking
like,
about the glitter?
Yes, no,
I've
it's
heard
the
about
funniest
that.
thing in the world because it literally you just it's the video starts. It's a cell phone video, and you just see someone running through the field, and you just hear Norman Reedus laughing. And he gets to this car, and he goes onto the driver's side, and inside the car, Andrew Lincoln is just sitting there, and glitter is being blown through the entire car, and he's just sitting there, and literally he's laughing, and he's on the ground, and he's like, I fucking put glitter in every vent inside Andrew's car. And then it's literally just blowing, and then it shows Andrew, and it's just sitting there and blowing, and blowing, and blowing. And blowing, and he finally looks over and goes, how much fucking glitter? No, he goes, how much fucking glitter did you put in my fucking car? Like, mad.
Yeah.
And then Norman Reedus just goes, I put so fucking much.
That was great.
It is pretty funny. All right, we're getting close to the end.
Yeah, I was
Anything
gonna
else?
say we got probably 2 minutes.
Anything
So
else
any
anyone wants to
wrap
add?
up ideas?
I'm excited for some movies. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm excited for some movies. I'm not as excited for some
I
other
gotta
ones.
say, we haven't talked about Star Trek. Am I the only one that saw it?
I was gonna say I think you're the only one that's seen it.
Yeah.
I
Very
think
good.
so.
I will definitely see it by next podcast.
I didn't know it already came out.
Yeah, it came out 2 weeks ago now.
I'm gonna have to go see it. There's
But,
like still a bunch of movies. I haven't seen Now You See Me 2. I
I haven't seen that either.
Like
I saw Nerve.
Oh, I
Yeah.
finally saw Warcraft too.
Oh, that was.
Oh,
What'd you think of that one?
Fucking awesome. It made
Right?
me feel
Why the
good.
fuck are people bitching?
Yeah, I don't know. Like the magic. Oh my god.
I
Like,
know.
Blizzard.
Yup.
When it comes to mages, because everyone knows they love mages, like the way they did that movie with all the magic and everything is exactly how I see mages in my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, yeah.
So when he's drawing the runes with his hands and everything,
Yeah.
it shows how powerful. I just the whole time was, oh, the magic is so cool. And then I'm gonna go play World of Warcraft and I'm gonna be like, a 2D skull flies through the air, and I'm gonna cry. It's the only reason I haven't re-upped yet. Because
Imagination.
after
Speaking of which-
after I watch the movie. I
Speaking of
wanna
which,
go
tomorrow's the 31st, so if you're going to log in now so that way you can get your transmog items from the movie.
It's also somebody's here's birthday.
Tomorrow it is. That's true.
Harry
Hey.
Potter, happy birthday,
I
buddy!
was gonna say Nick.
That was earlier in the month.
Oh,
Happy
yeah.
birthday,
You
Drake.
forgot my birthday, loser.
I'm the first one to say it, so fuck everyone else.
Is it not?
It's not
is
midnight
it,
yet.
Yeah, it's not midnight.
We still got another hour and 4
Slut.
minutes.
I'm still the first one to say it, motherfuckers.
Yeah, he is the first one to say it at the wrong time.
Speech.
Oh, hello, internet.
Let's all
I'm-
go ahead and leave Drake here to.
Oh, okay.
We just
Thank
and
you all
that's
for
when
coming.
we all get up and we walked away. The lights dim. Thank you all for joining us in Drake's corner.
we were gonna talk about Uncharted.
Uncharted 24/7.
Yep.
Basically.
Speaking of which, Uncharted shirt. Yes. So, you know.
Hey Drake, I don't know if you. I just one of those curious things about you. Do you like Uncharted?
You ever heard of it?
No.
It's
I mean,
okay.
it's a pretty decent game. You might want to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably should. Totally random.
Wow, a lot of build up for nothing.
I'm trying to think of something that could go. It
Blank.
was one of those I was like, I'm gonna get really close to the mic. That way, if I do think of something, I'm
funny.
already here. I don't have to travel to the mic.
Totally random. Something that's going on at the state fair. I don't know if you guys have heard. Apparently, there's going to be a zombie exhibit there.
I literally heard about that
So-
like 4 minutes before we started this podcast because of
That's-
Facebook.
Yeah, that's
so,
interesting.
You're not talking about the thing you shared on.
Yeah, on Facebook.
I thought that was in the UK.
Oh, there's one in the UK that you can actually run around and shoot
That's
zombies.
like a full mall.
Yeah. But the state fair is supposed to have some sort of zombie maze thing, so I'm definitely interested in checking that
Is
out.
it like the one in the UK where you get your own firearms and you shoot them, they have to fall?
I don't know. I actually
No,
am
they
not
actually
sure
it's
because
sponsored
it's
by
like
Republicans, so they give you actual guns.
Gotcha. Does that mean all the zombies are Democrats?
yeah, but it's like it's a zombie maze. It doesn't have much
Wow,
that
racist
makes
information.
jokes
sense.
myself.
Yeah, the makeup's not bad at all. But apparently
We'll just
it's
shut
going to be
this
some
off
sort
now.
of like walk through maze thing.
That's cool.
So,
I want to do the one in the UK. I feel like we should all go.
oh
to that
yeah,
one.
that would be a shit ton of
If you
fun.
get a chance, go on Facebook and see what he shared.
Oh yeah, I
saw it
definitely saw
earlier.
that.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
awesome.
Because I would
I
love
feel
to
like
do
we would
that.
do pretty good as a team.
I'd be down.
Woo!
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we should definitely check out this Halloween. Sometimes they have that zombie run thing, but you have paintball guns and can shoot zombies. So
Yep.
I want to do that.
That makes me nervous.
I want to shoot zombies with
By the
paintball
way,
guns.
someone, and this is a good closer, even though it makes me look like psycho, someone made me realize at work there's like a killer in everyone. And I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, do you like guns? I was like, yeah, of course I like guns. He's like, what do you like about them? I was like, they're cool. He's like, what can you do with guns? I'm like, shoot things. He goes, you ever shot a paintball gun? I'm like, yeah. He's like, have you ever shot at someone? And I'm like, no. He's like, would you wanna? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, so imagine what shooting someone is like. And I was like,
Damn, bro.
I'm getting really
I
excited.
cannot explain how relevant what you just said is. I can't talk about the movie because none of you have seen it.
What
The
movie?
movie.
Don't worry about it.
Nerve.
Yes.
Okay, that just.
That is so relevant.
Alright, we'll have to go see it. Is it
Yeah, we
scary
gotta go
movie?
see it before Joe spoils it for
Is
the
it a
rest of you.
scary
Because I
movie?
have a feeling I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know actually.
Is it
Isn't
scary or is it
It's
a
not
thriller.
scary. It's a thriller.
It's a thriller.
But
Okay.
it starts out. I mean, it's. I mean, it's
It
literally-
starts out as a teen romp, and then it starts getting darker and darker
You
and
never
darker.
will say. I mean, it doesn't go that crazy. I mean, like
It's not like
it's not
Purge.
anything crazy. Yeah, it's literally. It
it's
very
PG-13.
much is like.
Oh, if it's
Very
PG-13,
romantic.
I could handle it.
Yeah, it's like a teen romantic comedy, pretty much, and then it just gets like
Dark.
I mean, it's tamer than the game.
Also,
Yeah,
watch
like,
Stranger
it's not- it
Things.
doesn't get as crazy as the game.
But the game is rated R.
No, but my point being, like, yeah, like you said, this just doesn't become like the Purge or nothing.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
it's not. It doesn't go crazy, but there's a few spots where you'll sit there and be like, oh fuck, like, you know, Are
Right.
people going to make it out of this?
Intense
or,
adrenaline rushes.
Like Stranger Things.
And
Watch
then-
Stranger Things.
I
Yeah,
really need to
I
watch
need
that
to.
actually.
I'm
Oh,
in the middle of watching
it's
Soul Eater
8
right
episodes, but it is only 8 episodes. Like you could finish that, and you're on vacation.
now. Soul Eater.
I know, I remember.
It's so
Just trust me.
I will watch
Just
it.
watch
love
Stranger
that
Things
show.
real quick, and then you can go back to Soul Eater. So, all right, I think that does it
Yep.
for time. So, I guess until next weekend, I'm Nick.
Corey.
Drake.
Napoleon Bonaparte.
All right,
Should all be afraid.
and
You're not short.
that's gonna be it.
Yeah, that's
for
me.
this week. So,
Well, you didn't fucking say it.
Bye, guys.
later.
Drop the mic. Napoleon Bonaparte.
You gonna be in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Okay.
So can I show you guys a video? Get on their equipment.
Well, I mean, I'm just wanting to.
You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying I'm playing a video.